Hello and welcome back to JustinTV. I'm your host Justin. You may also know me as Zawami. And today we got some gameplay from Meat. I was on Meat 24/7 this week. No, I'm not talking about Dick. I'm talking about the map. And it's not the best gameplay, but I felt like a lot of funny things kind of happened. Funny kill cam at the end. So, you know, you're going to want to see that. But don't get your hopes up high. This is a 1 KD game. And that's because we're going to be talking about failing. Now, I thought about, using a game where I just did like completely dog ass, like terrible, like 0.5 KD. But I mean, that's just not entertaining to watch, so I thought I'd go something a little bit closer to like what I just barely consider passing gameplay wise for a video. And the concept of failure is something that has been ingrained into us since we were children. In school you grow up, oh, you failed on the test, like that's really bad, you get punishment and all that, and you just never want to fail after that. But that's the thing about life, is that we always make mistakes. And the thing about school is that they teach you to study and study and study for all these different things and to not make those mistakes. So you end up getting this skewed concept of what learning truly is. Instead of just learning from your mistakes, that's the most effective way to learn. You instead read a textbook for 7 hours a day, trying to prepare for any situation you could be in. And then you end up failing in it and you fall back on, oh, I just can't do it. At least that is what school conditioned me for. The same experience may be a little bit different for you, but that's just how it is for me. But enough of just going at it from like a pure academic thing, because I could sit and talk to you about how, oh, I failed on this test, yada, 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 but that's like a boring example. Let's talk about like the real life. Let's talk about some real shit here. Because mistakes are made all of the time. You make mistakes pretty much in every day of your life. There's not a single day that you probably don't go with, making a mistake. Whether you trip and fall, or you cut yourself with some paper. It could even be just like spilling milk from your cereal bowl, like just a little droplet on your face or something. Not even on your clothes. But for a specific example, I'm gonna take you to my actual, one of my first days at work. So I work at this grocery store, right? And I'm like a daytime stalker. Now, I was getting the hang of, new concepts, like just keeping certain things in this store like fresh and stocked, like what things we do and what things we don't do. And we also do the displays. We manage the displays, make them pretty. We stock the displays up in case they get low. And it just so happened to be that there were only like 2 of us working that day, I think, maybe 3. And they needed me, the new guy, to go and build a display of bleach. And I don't mean build from scratch. There was some stuff that was there. I just had to, stack it on top of it. However, I didn't understand how exactly we were meant to build these displays. So when I inevitably stacked them up, because, it's my job, I have to do it, they were leaning. It was like the Leaning Tower of Pisa of bleach. That's not a good thing, because if it falls over, that could just hit a random fucking person just trying to go through the store, obviously. And luckily that didn't happen. So later, when I was walking with my boy Mario, I love my boy Mario, by the way, he was showing me the ropes on stuff. We just managed to pass it, and it stumbled and fell. Not really stumbled, it tumbled over. It just leaned and fell over. And so, I had to pick all of that stuff up, and not entirely clean it up myself, because we have a person to do that, the porter or whatever. So you call the porter, whatever the fuck. But, you have to grab the fucking damaged product and take it to the back. So, in doing so, I managed to get bleach on my Calvin Klein jeans, because, I gotta be flexing while I'm working. I only wear Calvin jeans, bro. And the Tommy belt. But I wear that mistake from stacking those bleach bottles the way I did pretty much every day. It's a constant reminder of what not to do. Like, yes, I have multiple pairs of jeans, but, the point still stands that they're on my jeans. They're permanently on there. I just can't get rid of bleach stains. And they're fairly obvious. There's a big spot of it. So what did I learn from that was that when you're building anything, it needs to have stability in it. Now, you can be really philosophical about that part and just say, a lot of things in life, if you want to be happy, need to be stable. But we're not going to go too deep into that. Instead, I want to tell you that it is okay to fail, and it is good to make mistakes, because you will learn from them, and you will be better next time. In life, failure is everything, because without it, we would never learn. Mistakes need to be made, and while they may feel really shitty in the moment, in the future, it will feel better. As long as you're, actually looking at the mistake you made and learning from it, and not just ignoring it like a lot of us do, as we don't want to be reminded of bad things in life. Escapism is a really big thing. I mean, that's why YouTube is as massive as it is everyone wants to escape from life. And I get it. I mean, there's times where I want to, but there's also times where I don't want to. It just so happens that both of those correlate to what's happening in my romantic life. And man, can I tell you that this shit is, I don't understand women is basically what I'm learning. But, like I said before, it's okay to make mistakes as long as I learn from them. And boy, am I learning from mistakes, brother. I don't understand. I have L-Riz, boys. I'm gonna keep it a stag. I don't understand how I think I'm still in. I don't understand. But I mean, it's also helped me to realize that people aren't just made charismatic. They don't just know how to talk to people. They don't just know how to woo the other gender, whatever the fuck, sex, whatever. Like, a lot of it is built up through talking and making mistakes and, having relationships fall apart and learning from that stuff. A lot of us do it subconsciously, or we don't think of it in the same way as learning. But you won't really ever learn until you go out, try it, and make those mistakes. And so this is your wake-up call to go out and talk to someone. Anyone. It doesn't matter who. It could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be someone new. In fact, it's probably better if it's someone new. Because the most important thing in life, at least to me, is the people around you. And so learning to be better at keeping those people around you, or not really keeping, but I guess being more, it's hard, because I don't want to say keeping, that sounds a little weird, or like desperate, but if you want to be in those people's lives, you have to be good at communicating to them. And again, the only way you do that is by, talking to people, going out there and trying to just learn how to make new friends and stuff like that. It's very daunting, and it's very hard, don't get me wrong. And it's very hard to find things that you relate with people. Like, for me, I'm someone that loves to watch anime. I love gaming, and when I go to a social thing, it's very hard for me to just say, like, oh yeah, no, I watch Dragon Ball Z, or like fucking, I watch Free Ren, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very much a hipster when it comes to a lot of things. In fact, I listen to a lot of indie music. I'm learning a lot about myself by just talking and rambling. So I hide, myself behind this mask of, I wear a mask with a smile. But like, I hide myself behind this, like, metaphorical mask. And I don't actually show these people who I truly am. And, talking about it out loud, it's making me realize that maybe I should. Maybe I should just take that plunge and just see if they have any connection to that. Maybe start off something small, like something that people might have seen, like, I don't know, maybe I'll talk about The Boys, for example, on Amazon Prime. And you slowly ease them into, like, everything that you do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just gonna, like, walk up to someone and say, yeah, no, dude, I, as a hobby, shoot people in Call of Duty for like 3 hours a day, and then I sit down and talk about my feelings and like philosophical shit for like an hour at like 4 in the morning. Instead, maybe you talk about like, how when you were a kid, you played like some Nintendo game or something like that, and see if they, had a similar memory, or, if they've done something similar since then. And then you can eventually, drag it back to being a degenerate and talking about your feelings at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. God, it's getting late. But would it really be a JustinTV episode if it wasn't this late? Like, let's be for real. But you also got to realize that, hey, it's okay to not, connect with this person completely like you would with someone else, even if you want to. You have to realize that, hey, it's just not going to happen with anyone and everybody. But for the people that you do have a good connection to, and you fuck up a little bit, take a step back and think about what you did wrong and learn from that. For the next person that you inevitably create a connection with. You may not score the highest on the SAT that you wanted to, or ACT, or whatever standardized test that you have, and that's okay. Learn from the mistake you made. Maybe you needed to study more, and you can always retake it. Now, when it comes to school tests that you can't retake, well, just think about what you did wrong for this test and apply it to the next test. when it comes to, you know, getting injured on the job or even in the gym. You know, really analyze what you did wrong so that you don't do that next time. And, you know, you may still have, you know, PTSD from a really bad injury, but, I mean, shit, that's hard to work through. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But, like, learn from what went wrong and maybe have someone there to reassure you that everything is gonna be okay so that you can continue doing what makes you happy. Because, I mean, that's the most important thing in life, is making sure that you're happy, man. And I hope that, you know, I can help you in achieving that. And if I can't, well, I mean, that sucks. But for those that I have helped, you know, thank you for even giving me the opportunity to help you, man. You know, as I've lived and as I've made mistakes, I've only had grown a passion of wanting to help people in the only way that I know how. And that is, you know, talking into a microphone in front of my computer screen. And, you know, the biggest thing that at least that helps me is just knowing that I'm not alone out there and that you're not alone out there. And that's why I, you know, made this channel in the first place. And that's, I mean, look at the second video. It's literally me, you know, putting myself out there like, this is my biggest fear in life, man. And I'm just, you know, happy that we have a small community here that really appreciates everyone. But yeah, anyway, I have no idea how that guy got that kill, and I love that my inspect on that gun just goes over the final kill cam. I think that's really funny. You know, comment any topic you want to see me tackle. I love you guys. Subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys next one day.